Hi everyone, welcome to tonight's
Hello,
game
it's
of
Emoris. I'm doing
wow.
British. I don't know what's going on here.
All right, mate.
I'm not good. You
All
stop
right,
me.
cheers. Cheers,
Say
mate.
hello, governor. Sorry.
Hi everyone, welcome to tonight's game. As always, tonight before we begin, we've got a couple quick announcements for people to get through. So, first things first, episode 3 of our new series, Rime of the Frost Maiden, goes up in 2 days' time. That's on Wednesday on
Holy shit. Really?
Twitch. Yep.
Cool.
That's at 8:30 EST. You should go check it out. Sharp's fun. There's fun things there. Um, with that being said, shed a tear for our bros in Doip, who have now officially ended. We'll never see Rumshu again
He did.
because he's dead. He's not dead. Doip's over. The after show Q&A was on Sunday. That was yesterday. And it will be up on YouTube here this week if you want to go and watch that. To hear about all of the character choices and DM choices that the players made, and also to see how the book or the campaign differed from the book, because things had to be changed, because that is the way that modules go. So you should check that out, it's super fun. Next up, as always, follow us on the socials. You know what they are, I don't need to say them. And that's it. We haven't got anything else at this point in time that I can talk about. So, you guys ready to play the game tonight? Is it playing a fun game?
Yeah, this is
Yes, I'm ready to party and/or I don't know.
Sure. Previously on Emoris, the Silver Goats had launched their final assault on the Mindflayer colony that was hidden here in the Thest mountain range. With a wave of Iron Watch retaking Urnroot, you stormed the lair to find and kill the mind at the center of it all, which was the Elder Brain. Battle hard fought, but hard won. You drove the Elder Brain back to the plane that it came from with the help of Karan, who then led you to where he thought the source of the parasites was. You followed, finding a number of prisoners along the way, and eventually found the place that he was talking about. Awaiting there was Norman, Isabel's father, a man who was beaten and kind of crippled both physically and mentally, imprisoned here in this colony for over 20 years, and the creator of the parasites. And then, talking to him, you learned of their purpose. Originally a vessel for a new wave of illithids through an improved, refined ceremorphosis, but underneath and secretly, they were creatures capable of symbiotically resurrecting the dead. Choosing to spare him, and the parasites as well, and taking them all with you, you all began to make your way out of the hive, stopping only to begin to break down the walls of the Elderbrain chamber to find this massive, cavernous hole in the middle of this mountain that was filled pretty much to the brink with different kinds of gems of different colors and sizes. This is a cave of some legends that struck a chord with some members of the group. Others decided to just go dive in and fill their pockets, which you can't blame for. And you did so, and then you progressed to the empty Nautiloid chamber, now with a massive hole inside of it where the ship had exited from the colony. And as you looked outwards towards the fallen city, that is where we left off. So, as you stand on the precipice of sort of the descent towards the sunken city, feeling the kind of biting wind and the gentle snowfall around you, those low-hanging like grey clouds, just barely breaking to see faint rays of sunlight behind them, and looking down to hear the sounds of combat dulling, and knowing that on this day, you, along with many others, have reclaimed this place from a force that probably would have destroyed everything and everyone here if it had been allowed to continue its assault. And in the knowledge of this, Silver goats, what would you like to do?
Well,
How is it like much of a drop to get down from where we are currently? Like, or is it a slope that we can theoretically walk down?
It's a slope. It's pretty steep. And Isabel, you looking around would also know. The road to Craddock is not too far off. You'd have to walk a little ways to get there, and it would be a slightly treacherous, but you could, in theory, get down there. To go straight down the mountainside would be a little bit more dangerous, but you could, in theory, do it.
could I find a safe path to take this old man down? Because I can't climb with the man in my arms.
Make a survival check.
I will
Actually decent
assist
at
with
those.
that.
I was muted. There's a path over here we can take, and fuck.
22
You-
or 27.
You, Thyra, as well as, especially because Isabel has pointed it out now, do start to see where the path up to Craddock sort of intersects into the mountain range. And you can make out a relative area that you could probably traverse along. For some of you, it'll be easier than others. And for the amount of prisoners that you have, those able-bodied will probably be okay. The ones who are unconscious or wounded would have a little bit of a hard time, but you could probably get down this way.
How close are we to Craddock right now? Is it closer to Ernwood or Craddock?
You're closer to Ernroot.
Okay.
I think meeting back at the camp would be a good
Oh,
idea.
let's get these people to a healer.
Yeah.
Let's tell them of the cave of riches that we found for them.
Yep.
Fuck.
And Free is going to get on the broom and do this because she's not going to climb down the side of a mountain.
Probably for the best.
As we're going down, everyone still listen to see if Norman starts rambling about it.
Okay. As you begin to walk along the side of this path, leading the stragglers along with you, and their various shapes and sizes, Norman is kind of breathing a little heavy, kind of taken aback, and looking down at him, you see sort of the paler features of him. He's been locked away for a long time, and as such, his body is kind of withered and lithe, almost in a similar way to Isabel, but there is a recognition here that it's not directly because of the same reason. He is not saying anything right now. He is looking out into the sky and just gently taking his moments, kind of keeping to himself, gently crying at the sight, and the knowledge that he is also now free. But the rest of you, keep walking.
Yeah, I am carrying Nick in my arms.
Sure thing. It takes a little bit of time for you to intersect with the path. It is not a path that you are actually walking along. You are just treading along the side of the mountain, making the best of what you can. But you do get there in about 15-20 minutes of being careful. No check is required for this. And then start to find the familiar sort of... It's almost like the 7,000 steps to Hrothgar in Skyrim. It's just this like gentle incline with bits of rickety old wood that's just been jutted into the side of the mountainside to form small steps there. It's not refined in any way. It's dwarven, but it's stable and it's sturdy, and you begin your descent down into Unroot, which also takes a little bit of time. Does anyone want to do anything on the way?
Last time I was here, I was on the back of a horse.
And how long ago was that?
Ooh. Well, it was when I was chased out of the city because everyone wanted to kill me because they thought that my family was cursed. Thanks, Dad.
There's no response from Norman.
Yeah, it's about 20 years ago, 23.
As we're walking, I'm going to kind of try and reach out to the Raven Queen to basically see if she can give me any kind of inkling as to what needs to be done with the bodies that we found underneath the mountain.
For the
As
mind
far
flare
as how-
bodies?
No. The, Isabel's family, as far as
The preserved
Ah,
bodies.
yeah,
got you,
preserved
got
bodies
you.
down there.
Okay, sure. There's no religion check needed for this. With your understanding of the Raven Queen and how she operates, sort of a fundamental aspect of her teachings is the disdain for undeath.
Mhm.
This is a tricky situation because if they were to be revived through the parasites, you are not sure if they would be undead or alive in a way. Sometimes the dead are supposed to be left to rest. Sometimes it's not their time. But you gather, with you being such a trusted vessel of hers, any decision that you make, you have the authority to do so.
Okay. All right.
As you walk down the steps, hitting the city, it is difficult. Coming down, normally you would emerge into a small or shorter sort of roadway that leads into the Bronze Square. Except this time you hit the base and it like curves offwards and drops into where the city is descended. And you can see the Bronze Square from where you are. It is almost completely destroyed. Surprisingly enough, the trees that are there, most of which are knocked over or have taken some damage, the pink one seems to have been uprooted a little bit, but is still standing. Vaya's tent appears to have been blown over. Bertie's tent, which was more sturdy than the average because it did have elements of wood in it, seems to be mostly standing. Hers has survived, and the taco stand also is pretty bad. To get down here, I would like for, I guess, the three of you, since Free's in the room, Aleki, Thara, and Wade, go ahead and make me athletics checks.
How does the tree look? Did you say?
Most of them have taken significant damage. The pink one is almost like crooked. So you see some of the roots have come out of the ground as it's been hit by something on the side. But it's standing.
We got a 16.
I got a 20. I got a natural 20.
Got a 5?
You're
Yeah.
fine because you have spider climb. You got a 5, Alekian?
Yep.
Yeah. No. I was like, what about me? And I'm like, oh right, I can climb on I can walk on any
Mhm.
surface.
Sure. You, Alekian, struggle getting down here, and you do end up sliding and sort of scraping your arms and legs off of bare bits of rock. The rest of you are all fine getting down.
Izzy will help anyone who's a little injured get down.
Okay, and you take a while to get them down because it's
Yeah.
a lot of people, but you do eventually, and you progress forward. Where are you going in the city first?
To the camp, I think was our
Yeah, I
plan.
think we're gonna try to make our way over towards where the camp was.
Okay,
Yes,
plan.
we
So-
are off of the people.
Mm-hmm.
you can go straight through, or you can go all the way around the city to get there because it is on the opposite side. Which would you like to do?
What are the options? I had to text someone.
You can go straight through the city, or you can go all the way around. You went around to get to the mines.
I think that'd probably be
because-
the safest if they're still fighting.
I try to avoid
We
key
did
places that
go
are
down the
open.
middle to clear it out, though.
It's true. What do you? I can't fly ahead and scout out. Unfortunately, I'm out of magic right now.
I mean, I can always play lookout while we're going.
That's an option.
If nothing else, I mean, I can forge a little bit farther forward to make sure it's clear. And
Aye.
sneak along and try and make sure that there's no issues in front of us.
Bree, I think you should get in the sky, keep an eye out for anything obvious. And like in keep the shadows, stay ahead of us, and then warn us if anything comes.
All right.
And we'll head straight
Can
through.
do.
Let's get these people to safety quickly.
Do it.
Okay, so
Right, move.
Well, I can, just for the fuck of it, roll a stealth check for me.
Itchy. Head is itchy.
That would be a 23.
Pretty good. And then both you and Free roll perceptions.
24.
24 is nice.
Fuck.
10.
It was a 19.
Okay, sure.
Good roll.
You like can have a little bit of a hard time as you have to keep like ninja rolling over rubble, sort of digging your way through loose rocks and things like that. It's a little hard for you, but with Free going up into the air, you do get a sense of where certain battles are still waging on, and they are. But you do manage to find a clear path through, and you can start walking that way. It's totally fine.
So that way.
Sure. So you spend about an hour and a half to 2 hours making your way through the city, over rubble, through loose buildings that may fall at any point. And it is harrowing, especially for you, Isabel. Unroot, as a city, is known for being resilient, strong, sturdy. It is the epitome of dwarven creation, and to see it in wreck is disconcerting, to say the least.
5 years, pay for back up and running. 5 years. Full capacity, 5 years.
Even the people who you are leading through, who are mostly native to here, are emotional, to say the least. There are a couple people who see where their houses used to be, some of which have faint bloodstains coming out of the bottom, or small bits of grey dust that just lace on the floor. It's a hard time, and not all of them are really easy to get around. But eventually, you make your way through, thankfully avoiding any groups of mind flayers that may still reside, and coming up and out of the city into the enforcement encampment. So, we'll say, for the sake of brevity here, walking in, you can direct the refugees to their appropriate stations, and they will go there. You see some of the clerics do start coming up and screening most people. There are some that just cannot get by because they've been doing it all day and limited spell slots. There is just too many people to get through all of right now. But they do manage to get through some. A lot of them do begin to flash radars for the clerics, and they sort of take them off to the side and quarantine them until further notice. You guys, however, what would you like to do?
I want to keep an eye out for Colburn. Is that who it was?
Sure.
Was that his name?
Yeah, same actually.
Frank was gonna
Rokanoka,
ask if the group had returned yet.
Birdie,
Over there.
anybody we know.
Asking around, it appears that they are still down there, still fighting, Colborn and his legions. You... It's the exact role I didn't forget. Okay. You do hear that both or Rokanoka, Madeline, Bertie, and Hiresh have... Sorry, not Hiresh. Rokanoka, Bertie, and Madeline have returned from their excursion, along with High Mason Leadfoot, and a group more of refugees, and you can go and find them if you would like.
Before we get too far, I do want to try and stop one of the clerics to ask what they're going to do with the people that popped radars, if possible.
Sure. So you go ahead and stop them, and their reply to you, since you are of some status here, you hear the one say, "Well, it depends, because the ones who are attempted to be metamorphosized, we can do things about them with enough connections and favors from a lot of people, including the Echelon and the Zenith. We can work with getting the tadpoles out of them. Those who have been affected by the intellect devourers are, I'm afraid, beyond our help, and we will find a proper burial for them.
Right. The the attempted ceramorphosis on those that have been. Those are the ones that I'm assuming have the scar on top of their head. Is that what that is, or?
Some of them, I'm not exactly sure the purpose of the scar. You'd have to ask perhaps someone who's a little bit more knowledgeable on these creatures than I am. From what I can tell, the scar was to look at the brain because part of the skull on the top has also been removed. It's difficult to see.
Right.
Sounds like something they'd put in that brain library we never checked out, but like in.
I would agree.
Was
But, I mean, we've got time to go back and look at some point.
Brilvia screened that we saw?
Barilvia, make a perception check for me.
I was gonna do that as we were walking through.
10.
10. What did you get?
I mean, no, I was saying I wanted to do that earlier, but I didn't. So,
Okay.
No, I didn't roll this time. No.
You do not see Brilvia get screened yet. You don't know where she is. She's somewhere around.
I would like to collect Lakian and Thyra and Madeline and talk to them privately.
Okay, so you go up to see the rest of your friends, who are all very happy to see you, and they ask what happened, which I assume you explain.
Mm-hmm.
I would, if anyone starts to talk about the parasites, I would kind of like not here.
That's a good point. You still have one on your shoulder, don't you?
So I have one wrapped around my neck, and she's kind of pulled up her collar to hide it.
Got you. So, as you meet your friends, Madeline walks up to you and checks you out, and then notices the thing around your neck and says, "So you found him then?"
Shh, quiet. Shush. We have a
Come here.
conversation about that. Right?
And she leads you
Lakin,
off
Thyra.
into...
I need you to hear as well.
Do you want me to just drop this one on the ground? What do you want me to do with them?
Give him to a cleric. That's my dad, by the way. He's actually no. Bring him too. He's important for this.
She's like, "Oh, nice to meet you." She sort of holds out a hand. No, okay,
he's very ill.
His mind is shattered. That's
It's bad.
nicely.
It's pretty bad. I found my mum's body though. It was in a big preservation vat. It was great. Not traumatizing at all.
Okay, let's go talk. And she leads you back into the tent where you first met Colborne and the rest of them.
Yeah.
You see Rokonoka and Bertie there as well. Leadfoot is not in this tent, but you will have seen him working with other clerics and helping refugees.
All right. Rokonoka, you know a little bit about my situation. Bertie, you know very little. I haven't really told you a whole lot about it. You're about to learn a lot about me. I reach back and let Blight climb on my hand. But like, this here is Blight.
Karan followed us, by the way.
Okay, so
That's an owl bear.
we'll deal with that. He probably would not join you in the tent at the very least. Okay. So we'll.
But he's probably still nearby.
Sure. Yeah, he'll stay nearby for now.
So
See you
this,
off reading.
this is Blight. I give him scritches. It's a parasite, similar to what I have in my brain. Yes, Bertie. I'll explain. We'll put him down the table. We'll go up to Alakian and Thyra, put my hands on their shoulders and be like, "All right, you two, come out."
Make a
Do
charisma
the
check.
parasite. Oh fuck! Don't fuck over your big sister, guys. Did it not roll? What the hell?
So it's
There it is.
21.
21.
Oh, it did? Oh, I didn't hear it go off. 21.
21. That's just enough. Carl rolled really high on that.
No, he was a troublemaker. Stubborn like ice.
You see, Singe pretty easily comes out.
That's a good boy.
Lakian, you almost feel like your head be drawn from your neck as it just sinks down and comes out of your sort of wrist area. Clara, you hear Cull's words to you say, "I liked it here," before it begins to seep out of your temples and your ears, forming that almost like crown around your head before coming out of the top and just making its way down.
That's not the best. Very chilling.
This is Singe, and this is Cull. They are literally my brothers. Or they're siblings.
Bertie is notably taken aback by this, but Madeline seems to get a little bit closer. Right. They are fascinating.
And I look over at my dad. He made them. They're literally my siblings.
Oh, good. Right. Well, I would very much like to have a discussion with him about how this all came to be.
Well, here's the thing about that. I can't take care of these things. I already have one in my brain, and he's a handful.
Sure.
So, how would you like to have 3 of them? Or 2, depending, or maybe even 1, depending on whether or not my friends here want one. Because I'm offering.
I see where this is going. Okay.
And you could take the man who invented them, who would help you care for them.
Roll a persuasion check.
How are you using my
Okay,
body
well-
as yours?
Here, let me
yeah,
just
you did.
abandon my family and push them off onto somebody else to
I
do
can't
it.
take care of them.
Tell her
You
she
have
has to give
used-
Wade's hat back, though. That's
One,
the deal.
it's too late. 24. No, I can't do that. That's too much. 24.
As a note, you've already used my body as yours for today,
Yes,
so
I did. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I could.
so-
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's why I didn't use it.
she thinks it over for a moment.
If you wish to have one in your brain, I mean.
No.
Okay, just asking, and I let
Not
them
at
on
all.
the table.
What do I need to take care of him?
They eat. They're part mind flayer. So I'm sure you can understand what they consume.
Sure. Okay. That's gonna be hard, but the echelon is there for research purposes. So
One more thing, and this is very, very important to me, because these literally are my family. Literally are my brothers. They're part of my dad. If you hurt them, they have my permission to eat you.
how do I make them not eat me or anyone else that I ever bring
Treat
near
them well, keep them fed, keep them happy, things like that.
And you can guarantee that?
If my dad is there, he will probably help you take care of them. Dad, is that true? We help take care of your children this time.
He's just kind of like looking over at the parasites and kind of like twitching his head a little bit at the notion of giving them away.
You'll be there with them, Dad. You'll be looking after them just the same as before.
Where's my wife? And my son.
I'll bring them down. Just we couldn't do that right now. That's the other. We'll talk about that later. Look, Madeline. These things. I've had one in my brain for 20 years, and he's a prick, but he kept me alive. And these things are literally family. And I haven't had a lot of that in my life. It's a very new concept with sort of my companions and with these creatures. So if you need help, I will help you. But in the meantime, there is other things going on that I can't stay in one place and continue to care for these things. I can't do that right now.
I understand.
I know I'm
Well,
asking a lot.
this is part of the deal, so I will be happy to take them off your hands. Do you have like a box or something I could put them in?
We did, but it's currently in the mountain. We're kind of on our way out. The whole thing, it was big. No, we don't. Get some glass. Dad, how do you carry these things around?
You see him kind of like, it was a magical box. It wasn't it wasn't magical. It's sort of magical. It just helped them to feel safe inside of it, you know?
Magical box it is.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
You could always carry one around in your brain.
No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to touch it. That one's walking away, and you watch she points out, and you see Blight start making its way over
Blight?
to Rokonoka, who's just sort of
I-
standing there and like frowning a little bit.
Let's scoop him up. Blight? No, don't do that.
He
Did it squeak at me?
listens to you. Yeah, it responds.
I give him scritches again and put him back down.
Okay, I will deal with this. Colborn is finishing up his assault. I don't know how long he'll be. It's war, so
Right.
anything else we can do, let us know.
Actually, I need to speak with you as well. And Free's gonna take her bag and just like dump some diamonds on the table. I owe you for reviving me, right?
Yes, you do. I'll take this, and she takes some of the gems that
We found a cave.
roughly equivalent to how much money
Yeah.
everyone owed her.
And I think I owe this to Rokonoka for the revivify.
Oh, do not worry. That one was on the house.
He doesn't say
that's
that.
twice now. I would rather.
Oh, that
I'd
is
feel
true.
better if you at least took it.
Yeah, all right.
He
What you decide.
Takes it. Fucking Griz, you can't work me like that.
That's my character, damn it.
Not anymore, you son of a bitch. Not until you're dead.
Mine now. He has been assimilated.
How are you, Rokonoka? Do you want a parasite in your brain that constantly talks to you and tries to get you to eat conscious people?
No.
All right. It's not as bad as it's not as bad as I make it out to be. I won't ask you for. I'm not asking you for a reason. Free. What is it called? Actually, for a reason, free. I know your opinion on it, and I'm not going to force you.
That was me sharing my opinion with Rokonoka.
Just offering. It's been a long day. We've had a long day. I almost died like 3 times today.
But you didn't.
Oh, I didn't die. I did not die, but I feel like shit. My brain feels like it's bleeding.
Yeah, that headache is major. Oh,
It's
boy.
bad. It's real bad.
Equa,
got
about what time is it?
Try having a thing go in and out of your brain, what, 3-4 times?
It's about midday at this point. Early afternoon,
So
midday.
we could not get a long rest at this point. We'd have to wait until then.
No, you'd have to wait.
I would like to take a short rest.
You can take a short rest, that's fine.
Wade is walking around the tent city, whatever it is, wherever we have set up at the moment, and is calling out for and looking for someone of importance who could be close to Colburn, since Colburn is not here.
Sure, you can find people of some person of power in the Iron Watch. That's easy enough to do.
Yeah, so I go up to them and be like, hey, Colburn sent me on and my crew on a pretty important mission, and I need to tell him what happened. He seems to still be out right now, so I was wondering if I could, tell you, and you could let him know in case I'm not here when he gets back.
Yeah, you find a sort of like general-looking dwarven woman with her own little chin beard that's kind of tied up, not very long, but sort of like resting to a point. In elegant Iron Watch gear, she says, "Okay, if you would please like to wait in the following tent, I will let you know when Colborn has returned, and he will talk to you and your party of people. Did you get screened?"
Did I get screened on my way in?
I was like, did we get screened?
Nope.
No.
Okay, if you would like to gather your friends, you are people of priority, I will find someone to come in and do so.
Oh, okay. Do you know when he'll be back? Because I don't know when we're leaving, so...
No, it is a war in the city.
Yeah, and that's why I was hoping I could leave the message with you.
Yeah, no, he will want to talk to you, so
Okay.
please, if you will wait.
That's a very Isabel thing to do. Be like, we want to get the fuck out of here before the power comes back. Here's our message.
Yup.
Yeah. He or she directs you over to a small tent, fit only for maybe like 8 people max. That they have pretty much made for you guys now. That you're in it. And someone does come over and screen you guys. You're all clean, obviously, so there is no harm, no foul. Before you begin waiting for Colborne to return. In the
Did they get
meantime,
any weirdness from? Did they get any weirdness from me?
there is a faint blare with you, because you do have a parasite literally in your brain.
Yeah.
But you are known, and they know who you are. And Madeline, even before you hit the encampment the first time, told them, you have one in your head. It's just not what you think. So they know you. They're not fussed about you.
Good. I just want to make sure.
And it's just one source, so you're fine. In the meantime, you guys begin to wait for a number of hours. And while you do so, make conversation, because I'm going to be right back.
Okay.
Sure. I'm gonna roll my stuff for my short rest.
So am I.
I will do the
I'm
same.
gonna do the same. Short rest.
7,
Exactly what I needed.
7, 8.
Got 4. 3.
Okay,
These are
body
some terrible
corporations are
rolls.
bad.
Another 3. God damn it.
Wow,
I
sevens
rolled really
across the
bad.
board.
I keep clicking on the wrong goddamn thing.
There it is.
4, 2. Ugh.
That's
8. No, 7.
Let's see what I get. Ooh, 10.
17.
6,
I think I need
16.
one more roll. Okay, I need a better one than that. That'll be good enough.
Beautiful. All right. I am
Cool.
up to full health with my spells back.
I'm close-ish. I'm about 10 off from being full health.
I am full health.
Oh, I actually didn't have to use one of those. Oh, well.
All right, and my spells are back. Should we message Beget?
Yeah, if we could.
Don't think just yet.
Yeah, I want to find his daughter and talk to her first. But
I was
then
like,
I
talk
think
to the daughter first. Make sure that they're not going to try and kill her,
Right.
She was
Yeah.
connected
and
to the
see what
mine.
the procedure is.
I think she was tadpoled.
I think she was tadpoled as well.
So I want to talk to her, talk to the things. But if we learn that, like, oh, she's a thing, I want to message and be like, hey, we found your daughter. She has a mind flayer tadpole. Like, heads up, she might not make it, so we don't have to mess. So he knows. I think he deserves that.
Yeah. I wonder
And
if
at least give him where
Rokanoka
she is.
has anything for that.
Great.
It
I don't.
Might be greater restoration might fix this.
What level do you get greater
Do we think?
restoration?
It's
It's
later.
It's a
I'm pretty
high
sure.
level.
Yeah, it's a very high level.
Pretty sure greater is 5th. Yeah. So charm, petrified, curse,
Yep, and it's a
reduction of
curse.
ability scores, or one effect reducing its hit points.
But might.
Yeah, I say because I think it might count as a curse, maybe.
I don't
Maybe
know
not?
because it's a physical living parasite.
Yeah,
I
it's
would say it
weird.
would have to be like
I-
surgically removed.
I think greater restoration would
Well,
restore it. I'm not certain.
Rokanoka's got greater restoration, so yeah, there's
Yeah.
a chance.
We can ask.
It does have
Equa.
it.
Did you make conversation?
We
were
did,
wondering,
and we have a
Planning.
question.
Okay.
do the tadpoles get removed with greater restoration? Because they're a creature, not an effect. So we were kind of debating. Or do they count as a curse? Or
How? Google this.
There is one way to
Oh, wait,
find
no,
out.
Is that meta? Never mind.
Ask
I won't do
Madeline.
because we have the diamonds if Rokanoka wanted
do.
to try it.
I will say
you have the
you
diamonds.
either free Alakian or Wade. Actually, you've all got healing. Whoever wants to, roll an Arcana check.
fuck it. I've got good Arcana because I have proficiency.
You do?
I do. That's a 25.
I
20.
do. I don't.
So-
Free could technically take it next level, but I
You know,
don't
I'm
know.
gonna roll
I
just for
rolled.
fun. Yeah, an 11.
I rolled a natural 19.
So, Alakian and Thyra, you two particularly, with your knowledge of the Mindfly colony and tadpoles and the parasites as well, get the sense they are not technically a curse, and so using Greater Restoration to remove a tadpole would probably not work. Your alternatives are surgery, some kind of greater healing magic, perhaps, or like a wish, maybe, or ways that you just don't know. But you don't feel confident that Greater Restoration is really the spell for it.
Is Madeline still in the tent? Did they go off elsewhere?
Madeline is
Everybody in
not
the
with
tent?
you guys. She's in her own
Okay.
tent. You guys were put on your own in isolation, basically.
Okay. I want to try and go find her then.
Okay, so you want to try and sneak out?
I mean, are they keeping us here?
They would like you to stay there, so you have a couple guards on watch.
Is
I'll
Karan
poke
still
out.
nearby?
Actually, after you got screened, you're okay.
Yeah,
you
I'll-
can go and walk around, but they want you to be around the area.
Yeah. I was
Karan, who is a different story, when you guys get put out, Karan, you don't have to speak with animals on you, so you see Karan sort of nudge you, Thyra, until you turn to face him, and you see behind him the bramble, and he just sort of sits there and looks backwards at it, and looks back to you.
I guess that's... Yeah, I'll just use a spell slot to cast Speak with Animals instead of doing it ritually, so it'll just be instantaneous.
Okay, sure thing. You do so. He says to you, I appreciate the help, but it is time for me to go.
I just had a few questions now that we're kind of settled. How did you get that thing inside you? How did they get a hold of you?
They abducted me. I think it was when your friends returned. They must have known I was a connection.
How did you get coal in your head?
They abducted me, and when I woke up, I had the voice.
Interesting. They'd put it in. Well, no, not really. That does make kind of sense to put it in a beast that could easily kill. But if you think you need to go home, I can't stop you.
I do. I have found a woman. She is waiting.
Is she? How long did they have you? Do you know?
It is hard to tell. Maybe a few days. I hope she is still in the area.
And you, Thyra, your mind flashes back to when you first arrived here in Ernroot. You did see an owl bear ping up on your locate creature.
I did, and she's
Wasn't-
very good at hiding.
Probably wasn't him.
I actually don't think I can cast it. No, I can't. Well, just earlier today, she's about 2.5 miles that way.
He sort of nods and looks over in that direction.
You have done me a service. And if you need my assistance, you may call.
How would I do that?
I'm sure you will find a way.
And he starts turning. And looks back to you.
Thank you, Thyra.
and starts walking out of the camp.
Thank you, Karen.
So, +1 bond in friendship to Karan.
Yeah.
So it was his girlfriend.
Ooh woo. I don't know why. I
Maybe
said
his
that.
baby mama. We don't know yet.
I wrote down in my notes, call Karan, Cubs maybe.
Uh huh.
Alakian, you wanted to go and find who?
Madeline.
Okay, easy enough to do. You know where she is.
Yep.
You see her as you come back in from being screened. She's kind of like trying to keep the parasites on the table, not trying to touch them. She's doing a bad job.
Hi, Singe. Could you please try and keep your other siblings in line?
Make a charisma check.
Okay. Great charisma. Okay. That's a natural 1.
He watches the green one sort of turns to you and looks back to the black one and then flares out its tentacles and just jumps on it, and they both onto the ground.
They're so cute.
It's fine. They do that all the time.
That.
That's how they show affection. It's fine.
You see Carl just gently fold in the tentacles and just sit essentially on the desk and just watch as they go. Small bits of like
I
black
like it.
smoke and acid just dropping onto the floor as they go.
I'm gonna
They're
go give
children.
Cole head pats. I'm gonna go give Cole head pats. You're a good boy, Cole. I appreciate you.
So, can I do anything for you?
Well, I was curious what you knew about getting those tadpole things out of people's heads.
Not much, other than it's really difficult. So from what I can tell, they don't actually go in through an incision. They just go in through an eye or a mouth or an ear or a nose or some other already open orifice. People who've been coming in aren't necessarily infected with tadpoles if they have a slit on their heads. Removing them would be a case of... Well, you need a pretty strong healing magic to do so, or put them under the knife. Reopen the wound and see what you can get.
Right? If there's not, if just by the incision, if that's not the way to tell, how can you tell if somebody's got one of those things in their head?
Well, you can try and locate an aberration.
I can do that. That's a thing I can do.
Otherwise, a protection from good and evil spell might identify something depending on how well they're hidden, but it's weak. So, it's hard to tell. Our clerics are doing as fine a job as they can.
That's fair. It makes sense. That's just the reason I ask is because there was somebody that we found in the lair that is the daughter of somebody that helped us a while back, and we were wanting to try and help her as much as we could to get her back to him.
Sure. I understand that. I'd like to help as much as I could, but I think there are just too many people here for me to really swing anything on that.
Okay, right. I appreciate it nonetheless. You said like a greater healing magic. Is there anything in particular that comes to mind?
Sure. You know about any wish spells around? That'd probably do it.
I know what it does. I can't do it, obviously, but I know what it is, yes.
Otherwise, I mean, tadpoles are a pretty strong breed. I would say something of maybe 6th level or higher would be about right. Otherwise, try maybe a Dispel Evil and Good. Since that's
Right.
directly targeted at that sort of thing.
All right. That actually does make sense. Yeah, I appreciate it, Madeline.
Sure.
When are you planning to go back to Rokrovi?
Well, I was gonna wait a couple days, but apparently I've got these things, so I'll try and arrange something tonight.
If we wanted to tag along with you, could we?
Yeah, sure. Thankfully, I have just cracked the code on my own teleportation magic, so
Shit.
we can get there in a pinch.
All right. Well, that actually is very useful. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Sure.
If you need anything, you know how to find us. So.
Of course. Will do. And then about this time, you see an Iron Watch pop in and get you a liking to say, he's here if you'd like to retreat back to your tent.
Yes, for sure. Thank you. I'll head back.
You all meet back up in the tent, and you see Colborne come in a little ways later, maybe 5 or so minutes later, taking off the helmet that is covered in blood. Both of this distinct red variety and one that's tinted a little purple. Sort of look towards you guys. So,
successful mission. We sort of, yeah. We fought the brain and nearly killed it. However, it managed to escape to the astral plane.
Indeed.
However, we suspect the connection has been lost because someone we ran into didn't hear the voice anymore in their head.
right, well, thankfully, I noticed that a lot of them were just suddenly disappearing earlier, so seems to have worked.
May I make a suggestion? We were thinking that it might be best to, while it's in this weakened state, before it has a chance to regain forces and rebuild its legion, you send some of your top soldiers and maybe hunt it down in the astral plane. We actually saved this Gith guy who was in the prisons there, and he said he'd be willing to work with y'all in order to find this thing. He's from there, so he understands the area.
Apparently, his kind chased the mind flayers from the astral sea.
I mean, why don't we just ask this one? Sarah holds up the old man in her arms.
Oh, you
right.
still have him?
This is my dad, by the way.
I never said I put him down.
Sure, you've been carrying around the whole time.
Yeah.
This is my dad. He created the parasites. Turns out they're part person, specifically him, and part mind flayer. So that's fun.
So I should be killing them too, and him?
If
what
you
you're
kill
saying?
them, I will hunt your entire line down and eat them.
I'm getting really mixed signals between the two of you right now.
Cool. Again, if you kill the parasites, I will hunt your entire line down and eat them myself.
Right, Colborne.
No.
So here's the thing: they are not inherently good. They are not inherently evil.
They're
Per
just
se,
things. They're just
they are
people.
things that were created, and they're basically think of them as children. They're pretty
Where
much just.
are they right
children.
now?
Madeline has them, and she'll take care of them.
She will take
They're-
them out of your hair.
In the
They're my-
echelon's hands, so
They're
probably
my,
best
and they're
place.
also literally my siblings.
Right, okay. I will let her deal with the repercussions of your actions then.
Good.
We also, in the Elder Brain's room, found a cave that you'll be quite interested in for the town of Ernroot. And Free will dump some more diamonds on the table.
Right. There is a massive, and I truly mean massive cave of precious gems. You'll find it in the Elder Brain, chamber. Just off the side, I broke a hole in the wall. That is that thing is yours to fucking use.
You see his eyebrows sort of cock a little bit and look down at the gems that Free has dumped on the table.
I'll draw you a map.
There's also a brain library we didn't really look at.
There's a bunch of shit down there.
Yeah.
We will clear out the
In-
colony in time.
including the bodies of my brother and my mother that have been preserved by my insane father.
Well, we can give them a proper burial too. We'll be doing that a lot. So that's not a problem. And it's at this time, Thyre, that you feel Norman kind of like shoot up a little bit and grip onto your arms at the mention of burying his family.
The guy just strokes his head. Shh.
Ed, we're not going to do that. Talk about that later. For now, just take them. Just take them here, I guess. For now, once you get up there.
Okay. Okay. Well, he sort of like pulls a chair over and splits it around and sits on it, puts his arms up. I did want to talk to you about all of this. Although the Elder Brain is not killed, this is a victory for us, and we should celebrate it as such. I appreciate you asking us to go and hunt down the creature, and I will organize something like that, but my men are not very well versed for interplanar travel, so we will talk with probably the Echelon or the Zenith to figure something out with that.
Also,
Talk
the
to
gift.
the gift guy.
Yeah.
I
Yellow
will.
skin, pursed up nose. Fun, actually.
Does he have a name?
Yeah, does anybody remember his name? I forgot.
Ivra.
Ivra.
I will talk to him in person myself. Thank you, first of all, for alerting me to the Cave of Gems. That will go a long way in repairing the city back to some of its former glory, although I'm afraid, judging by the condition of it, I don't think we'll be able to rebuild where we are. I think we're just going to have to make a new city, probably somewhere in the vicinity. A new en route, as it were.
Feels like a little bit of deja vu.
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen an entire settlement destroyed and had to move.
So you've got a penchant about you, I see.
To be fair, both times they were invaded by people that didn't like us. So yeah.
Well.
It all started here on the 1st of Camelot.
It did! This
Mhm.
entire thing kind of started around... Well, it started in the desert and we kind of moved here. Is it?
Well,
Whole
the
thing.
orb was here, but...
The orb was here.
Regardless, those gems will go a long way, so
Absolutely.
for alerting us about that. And I'd also like to extend my personal thanks to you all
Cool.
for your attempt at killing the Elder Brain and saving what was left of this city. We were not doing very well when you left, so I think that your actions today may have turned the tide in our favor. I'd like to extend you my gratitude and also know that if you are ever in need of anything, the Iron Watch will provide. On that note, so it turns to you, Isabel. Your record of criminal activities here in Unroot and beyond in Akurvik, along with the rest of you, have been expunged.
Hey! Clean slate.
Appreciated.
Let's rack that back up, shall we?
And you are welcome
Not here.
anywhere in this country and anywhere that you need a friend, I would be happy to oblige. There is one unfortunate thing for you. I'm afraid that your house is no longer structurally sound. It has been leveled. But as a token of my gratitude to you, I would like to offer you a free one, either here in Unroot when we rebuild, or I can arrange for accommodations either in Hlamsund or somewhere else I'll help you pay for it. I've heard that you are frequenting Rakrovi, so if you'd like me to arrange something over there, I can work with the Liberty Guard there.
I'd like a nice house here, back and on right when it's rebuilt.
We can do that.
Aye. I think that's what I like.
New urn route.
And aye. Or maybe I'll just claim the ruins of Arnroyd as my own little fiefdom in a few years. Haven't decided.
On the note of new Anrus, I have one request that I'm sure has probably been thought of and talked about before, and that would be a monument, preferably in the middle of town, dedicated to all the ones that fell here, or were taken and killed by everything that happened here. If we could arrange something like that.
We will definitely see to something like that. In honor of those who have fallen with us. But until that time, I will once again extend my thanks to you. You have done more than enough, and you are free to go if you choose to do so.
Before we do that,
yep.
Did Master Haresh come back with you?
She's still fighting down there. She was insistent on reclaiming the reserve. So I'm sure she will be back soon. You are under no obligation to leave immediately. Obviously, you can wait. In the meantime, go around, relax a little bit, try and help out where you can. You're heroes today, so take some pride in that. And if you need me, you know where I am.
Sir, if you need me, say your men do find the Elder Brain. If you need someone to help fight that thing, I'll be here. Well, not here, but I'll show up.
I'm sure we'll be in touch.
I'm sure.
Congratulations.
Most of us would.
He sort of nods at all of you, and turns and walks away and goes back to his tent. So, you guys, is there anything else that you want to do today?
What time of day is it? You said we were waiting for.
At this time, you're looking at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. You've got a little bit of time.
Okay.
After Colborne walks out, I'm going to turn to everybody. On the note of travel plans, if we wanted to go back to Rokrovi, Madeline did say that she has cracked her own code on teleportation, and that we are more than welcome to travel with her if that's where we wanted to go back to.
Teleportation?
Indeed.
How long she been studying that? I feel like I could do that if I put my mind to it, you know? You know,
you could, Wade.
I just gotta think about it. I never thought about teleportation before, but you know, I think if I had a good night's sleep, I might be able to figure it out. You know?
Let's.
No, I think
You slept on it.
Let's.
It would probably take me more than a good night's sleep, but I'll eventually. I've been training to travel through trees for my whole life.
Fantastic. I feel like I could hit someone with a sword really good if we all just sleep. So can we take the teleportation from the lovely young woman who's offering it to us and get someone that's not collapsed and full of dust and
Of
like,
course, yeah.
dead?
It would probably it would help for me to see it firsthand. All I'm saying is I think I'd be skilled enough to do it without the help, but
I'm so very proud of you, my good boy. I give him a kiss on the forehead.
This is karma for me trying to make her balanced at the same level as you guys for if you needed her in the Elder Brain fight, and it's just completely kicking me in the ass because she should be strong.
I thought it was smart.
Yeah,
I liked it, Equa.
That's why I'm
appreciated
sassing
it.
Griz. That's why I'm calling him my good boy.
What time is she leaving?
She just said tomorrow. She didn't say what time.
Well, then
I
we'll
told
see.
her that we'd probably join her.
Right.
So
It's probably a good plan.
Did she say later tonight?
She said later tonight, or very early in the evening tonight because she's got to deal with children now.
Yeah.
She said she was gonna
She's the
figure
mama.
something out tonight and then leave tomorrow.
You get the
God
sense she'll
damn
probably leave pretty soon.
God damn!
I would like to take Colborne off to the side, out of the tent, once the conversation's over.
I would like to go to Recrovia and check out the libraries again. I got a little bit more.
I'd like to see Shawnee, maybe do some shopping for her. We kind of just left her on Asman. I feel bad.
Absolutely, we need to check in on her.
Plus, I know it's not quite the time to celebrate, but there is a holiday coming.
Why in like
6 days if you include today?
6 days, including today.
How long would it take for me to get a craddock? Because I Izzy's wanted to get the craddock for a while.
It would take like half from this side around. It was the better part of like 5-6 hours.
Could I make that journey alone?
Yeah, you could do.
Would it be? I'm asking you. Would I encounter a fucking giant on the road, like a mind flayer on the road?
Who knows?
Fuck.
Fucked.
Last you heard, Colborne said Haresh was still fighting. So
I'm Thyra's starting to get tired now after like hours of carrying this old man. Here, he's your problem now, and she's gonna hand it over to Izzy.
I put him down and been like, could have done that hours ago.
He's your dad.
You could
You
have
don't
put him
just
in a.
leave him.
You could have put him in a chair. He's in a tent. He's not leaving him outside to die in the elements.
But you just wanted me to hand him to some random stranger.
Why? Because he's a sick old man.
But you don't just hand a family member over to just some random person.
You do
It's
if
like
they're
you
a
don't
doctor.
Protect your family by telling everybody about them when you want to keep them a secret to keep them safe.
To be fair,
Doctor.
my family did do that to me. So
Yeah, you're. There's a lot to unpack with how you happened, Wade. I'm
I was
lucky
so
you
close
turned up.
to saying I was so proud of you, Izzy, and then you just called him an old man.
He's an old man. He's like, how old are you,
Just
Dad?
so close. So close.
Never mind.
You were
Alright,
doing
I'm gonna-
so well, Isabel. I'm so
gonna-
proud of you today.
What is happening? I'm gonna take my dad and give him to a doctor so they can look at him because he is a withered old man who is very mentally unwell. So I'm gonna take him to a doctor, and Colborne, we have things to discuss.
So, we will, brevity's sake, do the rest of the day today. You take your dad to a doctor and hand him over, and then leave to go and find Colborne while they diagnose him of whatever he may or, they give him a once-over, basically.
Yeah.
You go and find Colborne.
So my family, my mother and my brother, their preserved bodies, they're dead, are currently in these giant preservation things inside the Mindflayer colony. I'll tell them how to get like the secret door. As you can imagine, was pretty surprised when I saw them. My father is convinced that he can bring them back. I would like them to be buried. He's very unwell, and I think it's best if he's unaware that what we're doing.
Okay. Take a seat to that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
He just nods and goes back to doing his thing.
I'm going to approach the group because I have to have a conversation with them about something before we leave.
Sure.
Everyone, I need to go back to Craddock. I need to check out if Mexico's alright. If Wade is true, Wade, if you're right, if you can figure out teleportation, if you just need some time, I would ask that we get the information we need from Madeline, and then because I need to go there, I need to make sure that my old home is alright. There's people there.
As long as we can get from here to somewhere else, that's fine.
Right,
So we need to do that anyway. But
yeah,
I just need to.
When Madeline goes to do her teleport, just if I could just take a look see at it, and then then we'll probably be good. We'll probably figure it out. It'll be fine.
Absolutely. It's just something I need to do, and I'd rather do it before I'll do it now since we're here. But it's, as you know, I'm not exactly proficient. I'm not very great at fighting mind flayers. If I counter one on the road by myself, I might just straight up die. So there's that.
I think. I mean, we can definitely go in the morning, but I think
Thank you.
all of us could do well for a good night's sleep.
Oh fuck yes, absolutely, goddamnately.
You know, fix all the broken bones we have for.
Yeah. I haven't been able to feel my right arm in like 3 hours, and it's concerning.
Yeah, I guess I will go find Madeline again.
Sure, you find her.
I'm gonna go with him.
Yeah, me
Okay.
too.
Okay.
Anybody else coming? We're just gonna make this a quick
If we're
thing?
not leaving, Free will not. She's gonna go towards the like refugee camp and just check in on the people there. Maybe help out with some healing. If there's, I don't know, kids, maybe play them some music so they're not so sad.
Okay.
Something could be helpful and productive.
Sure. You go and do that and help out where you can. Since it's such a wholehearted thing, you can have a point of inspiration for doing so.
Yay!
And that's where I guess we'll leave you for the moment, unless there's anything that you want to do specifically over there.
Nope. Just helping out.
Sure thing. So the three of you go to see Madeline.
Madeline. I do appreciate the offer on teleportation, but it seems that we do have some other things to take care of here before we go anywhere else. But Wade here was hoping that he could watch as you leave, so he can try and figure out that kind of stuff for himself.
Yeah, I'm a quick study. Top of my class.
I just want to say while they're talking, Thyra's playing with the parasites.
I will absolutely hit you. Wait.
Wade, make me a persuasion check.
Persuasion, eh? Oh, that's broken. Okay, I almost rolled a
Am I not-
negative
am I
one.
not
was like, that doesn't
assisting?
seem right.
You can assist, sure.
26.
26. Yeah, she thinks for a moment, but then sort of shrugs it off. Yeah, I mean, you're frequent over at the Echelon and helping us out. Sure. Okay. Come this way.
All right.
Thyra, which parasite are you playing with?
Mainly coal, but I'll play with all of them.
Okay. So you go ahead and sit down with the parasites.
Oh god.
This is not gonna go well.
This is gonna go so bad.
And sort of like, giving him scritches and whatever, and you do blight, and blight, takes it, kind of like shrugging it off. You do singe, and singe takes it. You go to see Carl, and Carl's tentacles just...
No.
Do
Are
I
you
see this?
resisting? You're
I'm
not
not-
there, Isabel.
I know I went with them.
You said you weren't with them.
Did I say that? What did I say?
You didn't say whatever I asked if anybody else was coming with us. There was not a no, but there was
I
not a
meant to
yes.
say something. I don't think I did. I'll say I'm not there.
So, Thyra,
Because
go ahead and make for me a charisma saving throw. If you're resisting.
I it's not really resisting because I do want him, but I was told that I can't. So I guess I am resisting. What do I have to do?
Charisma saving throw.
16.
Oh shit!
Stop fucking at it.
It takes root somewhere in the back of your head. Not saying anything, just sitting there.
Oh, of course, Sorry,
Do I
my
see this,
internet
Equa?
just crashed and I missed everything.
Yeah, you would see it. You would all see it if you're paying attention. Are you back, Dyto?
Yeah, I missed what you said after I said I rolled a 16.
It takes root in your head.
I can't take care of you. And if you come out, I can't get you back in.
I think we are somewhat
Oh,
compatible. Don't you?
I want to say yes, but I should say no.
You know that no one here could stop you if you took me. No one.
Not many people could stop me even if I didn't take you.
So where's the harm? Let's be friends, Thyra. That's what you want.
It is what I want.
Oh, my siblings are the worst.
So I'm assuming, because I didn't actually go with Madeline and Wade, so I'm assuming I saw all of this transpire.
Sure. So you watch. You look over to Thyra, and Thyra's playing with them, and you look back to Madeline and Wade as they finish up their conversation, and they go off, and then you look back, and Thyra's just sort of sitting there, pulling her hand back, and there is one gone.
I'm gonna go put my hand on Thyra's shoulder. Thyra,
I told it no, I swear.
do you want it out?
It hurts when you take it out. Maybe if Izzy can know it hurts then too.
I'm gonna try casting Protection from Evil and Good. Just to see what happens.
Okay. Let me go ahead and pull up that spell real quick. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. So, Thyra, you feel Alakian put his hand on your shoulder and feel the cold glow come out from his fingertips. Okay, are you trying to get it out, Thyra?
No.
You feel the glow. It stays. There is no movement.
Well, looks like it's stuck for now.
Insight check.
Just come get me. I'll get it out of here and I'll yell at my brother.
Can I tell that she's lying? Like, is it obvious that she did try?
Thyra, is it obvious that you're lying?
Yes, because I rolled a natural
Okay.
1.
All
There
right.
you go.
All right. Just to check. Make sure I don't roll a natural 1. No, I
It
rolled a
doesn't
13.
matter. Even your natural 1 is better than my natural 1.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Better.
Thank
You should
you.
look at Izzy. I understand the draw. I had one in my head as well.
I just wanted to play with it for a little while before I had to say goodbye.
It's fine. But it
I'll give
can't
it
stay.
back. I tell Lakin, I'll give it back, but in my head I'm saying, no, I won't.
No, you won't.
I'm gonna peek out towards Madeline. Hey, Madeline. Could
Just-
you, send Izzy a message to come over to your tent, please?
See her, with a little bit of chalk that she's starting to draw on the ground, turn over to you and sort of look over. No, I don't have that. That's not, it's not something I can do.
Is there a guard outside the tent?
Sure.
Oi, guards, do me a favor and go find Isabel and bring her here.
I wild shape into a spider, and I leave.
Okay.
Fucking damn it!
So, Thyra, make a stealth check
Oh, hold on, I gotta
Using-
bring up a spider.
using the spider stats. Isabel, where are you right now? Would you have started making your way to Craddock?
No. I'm doing that tomorrow. We're doing it tomorrow. I am in the tent. Perhaps with Birdie if she's
Actually-
okay. Because with that,
Actually, at this point, you'd probably be coming back from talking to Colborne on the side and dropping your dad off.
that's true. Yeah.
You go,
So you'd be
so I have a
around
question.
somewhere. Yes.
How big is the camp? Like, if I cast Thaumaturgy and called out Isabel's name, would she hear it no matter where she was in the camp?
It depends on how close she is. It's worth a try if you want to.
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay, so you call out to Isabel. And Isabel, you hear it. You're not too far off.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Another cold one. This is probably something to do with the parasites. God damn it. Who's... Oh, it's tighter. Oh, it's
Alakian-
tighter.
Alakian, since you're out of the tent, you don't see. But Wade, you hear this. When you turn around and you see a small spider start
Ugh,
crawling out of the
spiders.
tent.
Just kidding.
No, I like...
I wouldn't have went in the direction
Steps
of
on it.
them. I would have went in the direction away from Wade and Maddie and Alakian.
Yeah,
Even if
you're
I had
trying to
like-
go under the sides of the tent.
Yeah.
But Wade, you see the spider that you know is Thyra start walking away.
I'll kind of look at a lake and I just point the direction. But I'm paying too much attention to what's going on here.
All right, I'll go follow Thyra. I'll go follow Spider Thyra.
You're just following her?
Yeah,
Sure. Okay, so you begin following Thyra. Thyra, where are you going?
I don't know, up a tree or something, just away from everyone.
Okay. Easy enough to do.
Once I
You
get
go
to
up
the
a tree.
tent, and I open it, I'll be like, where was it like in? Where is Tyler? Where is Cole? Yeah, Cole's gone. Hey.
hey, that's-
Isabel, it's not
Again.
too far. Not too far. It's the
Thyra.
way to go.
Sorry.
You can get there in time.
I start yelling.
So Thyra goes up the tree. Alakian, you basically just walk after her and watch her go up, and you fold your arms and look up, and you see her just sitting there.
he's up
So I'm
there.
creating a web around myself.
Tyler,
Which is Isabel comes up behind you guys.
where is she? Where is she?
He's up there. She's a spider.
Oh, for
She's-
fuck's sake. Tyler, what are you
She's like
doing?
that.
What, are you kidnapping my brother? Or sister? I don't actually know what Cole identifies as. Get down here, please. I will
If we
count
go there,
down.
they'll take you out to me. We can be a spider for 2 hours.
I know you can be a spider for 2 hours, Tyler. I can wait
You
here.
can't hear me. I'm a spider.
I know,
I'm
but I know
talking
you-
in my head.
I know you can be a spider for 2 hours. So I'm yelling at you because it's funny.
You hear Cole say in your head, Thyra, we could run. We could run so far and be alone together.
Oh, you can't be alone.
Then we can find more friends. Ones that won't
Oh,
tear us apart.
you're not a mind reader.
No.
Oh, so you like me before you know.
Equa, how far up the tree is she?
10 feet.
And you're
Does,
shoot-
so
with an
does
arrow.
this telepathic thing, is it words only, or can I like flash pictures to him?
It's
Like-
words only,
Okay.
I'll say.
Cole,
Well,
get out of Tyler.
Make a charisma check with disadvantage.
Guidance. Can I put guidance because I saw him right there?
Yeah, you can guide.
That's a
Okay.
plus
Okay.
4? What is that?
So plus a D4.
It's D4, right? 15. Then I'll roll a D4.
Is it disadvantage? So roll again.
Oh, right, it is. Give me a second then. That roll twice? Nope.
while he's yelling up at us to come out,
Fuck. Right.
I tell him, because I am a queen and I rule the people.
It's 15.
15.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 on my D4.
Yep.
You shout up. Nothing. You, Thyra, after saying that, you hear it say, that is interesting.
I'm getting my
we
dad.
could rule together.
I'm getting my dad. I'm only getting Norman.
So as he just turns and walks.
I'm getting dad! The
I'm
prick.
still standing here. I'm still standing
Sorry,
here.
someone's shooting off
Watching.
fireworks. Did you guys hear any of that?
A little
No.
bit, not
No.
much.
Oh, it's Memorial Day there.
It is indeed.
It is.
I'm still standing here just watching Spyra.
Hey Cole, can you telepathically speak to chaos?
No, I can't. Maybe one day, if I get strong enough with you.
You know I don't crave the power, right?
It's fine. It is yours to take if you want it. I would love to stay.
Turned into the wrong kind of spider. I want to shoot them with a web, but I can't.
Aha!
I mean,
Good.
you can always drop it and turn into something else. So, Free, you're flitting around the tent, helping people out. When you hear this, as the tent sort of doors or flaps open, and you see Isabel walk in, look around.
Where's my dad?
Is he still here?
Yeah, he's still there. You know where he is.
Back that way.
All right. Guess who has coal in the brain again? Tyra. And I'm gonna go grab my dad.
Are you really one to tell her no when you keep yours?
I mean, do you want? Look me in the eyes and tell me that. Do you want another parasite around? One in Tyra?
It's not my choice, is it?
No. That's not what I'm asking. Do you want that?
No.
Exactly. All right. But they're children. They're fucking children. They need a parent.
And you're
Tyra-
trusting them to Madeline and your father who's broken.
I trust Madeline way more than I do my dad. I don't way to get this to work is my dad is there because he's the only listen to, so he can keep them from jumping in people's brains.
Go on.
Also, Tyra's a
Just
spider,
go
so
back to helping
Tyra's a
people.
spider, so I can't speak to her. She can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
gonna grab
love
my dad.
this. I love this so much.
I'm gonna grab him. I'm gonna throw him over my shoulder and be
you.
like, "We're getting one of your kids back."
You know how people have been asking for Thyra's day out?
That's this. He just runs around the forest as a spider with a parasite in her brain.
It's her
Telling
running
her
away
secrets.
from you guys.
Uh-huh.
So you grab Norman and walk back, and you find them again.
Tyra, I have Norman here, and they listen to him a lot more than they listen to me. Could you please become a person so we could talk about this?
How high up in the tree am I?
You're about like 10, 12 feet
Wow.
on a branch.
She doesn't change.
What type of spider are you? Are you like a big spider?
I'm
or
just I'm just a regular spider. Because if I was a big spider, I would be able to web them.
Yeah, gotcha.
Tyra, please, we could talk about this.
Free followed and is watching from like
Bree brought up
20
a
back.
thing about like
buddy.
choices and like free will. If we want to keep it, we can talk about it, but please, you have to come down and be a person so I can speak to you.
He's gonna skitter down the back of the tree so nobody so she made like a web wall in front of her. She's gonna skitter down the back of the tree so nobody can see, and she's gonna come up behind Free.
Oh god.
Could we have seen this anyway? Like just with passive perception?
yeah,
like,
I rolled
considering
a
I am
15
directly
stealth.
watching her.
What's your passive perception, Legion?
My passive perception is a 17.
You see it.
See, mine's a 15, so I probably just noticed her.
Yeah, you just see the spider just.
I'm still yelling at the tree. I have a passive perception of 11.
Spider, what are you going?
If I notice it's Thyra's spider, she'll kneel down and offer a hand.
No, she's gonna stay behind Free and then turn back into Thyra. Behind Free. And using Free as like the shield between the people who don't want her to have the thing that she wants.
She kind of like turns her head because she leans her head back. She'll stab her with her horns. And she's like, I'm a lot shorter than you. This isn't, really a great shield.
I'm the fastest person here. Except for maybe
That's
like,
debatable.
I can fly faster than you could ever run.
Wade,
Hmm.
you have been talking with Madeline, and she has been drawing out a teleportation circle this whole time. And it is a teleportation circle that links directly to the echelon. So you will gain knowledge of that circle. Before she finishes it, she looks around to gather the parasites, notices that there's one missing, turns to you. Do you know where it went?
No, I mean, I was doing the circle thing. By the way, do you think that's necessary? Couldn't I just, like, really think about the place and then go there?
No, you have to. It's
Okay.
it takes a while to. Yeah. Where are your friends?
Oh, who
that
knows?
far up.
Probably, getting into all sorts of trouble.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
What?
She sort of turns over to Rokanaka. Would you watch them for just a minute? Rokanaka says yes, and she's like, I'm gonna go find them. And she walks off, and you can follow her
Yeah.
if you want to.
How come?
Okay, Tyler.
So it's about this time that you guys see Wade and Madeline walk up to you as well. This is now a small gathering underneath of this tree.
Hi, Tyler. Do you want to keep Cull?
I didn't at first, but I just wanted to play with him. I did say no.
All right.
Just,
Do you want to keep Cull?
yes.
All right. So I'm going to explain to you what it's like to have one of these things in your brain. What you need to do. You need to eat things, people, animals, constantly.
I eat animals every day.
Or you could do
Living.
the berry thing.
I've done that before too.
Also, keep this in mind that it will constantly try to get you to do bad things, including eating people. It prefers to eat people over the berries.
But that's never happened with you in chaos, right? Like, you
Excuse
never
me?
ate somebody you didn't mean to or something.
Oh,
No.
constantly. Actually, it happens a bunch of times.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
What
a
is the
thing
most
that happens.
recent?
There's a whole. Remember when we were fighting those cultists and I ate a guy? I didn't want to eat him. I ate him because Chaos wanted to eat him.
But you had already killed him. He
Yeah,
wasn't alive.
but he was a person. I know what people taste like. All right, it's going to want to do that, and it's going to try to take you over eventually. That's what they do. And if you want to do this, I will be there and help you through it. But it's hard. All right, it's not something that's done lightly.
The whole time Izzy's having this rant at her, Thyra's just talking to Cole in her head. Like, barely even paying attention.
So, if you want to keep Cull, you can. But if you don't, tell me now, and I'll give him to Madeline.
I can take care of him.
You promise me?
Sorry. He's telling me it's not a him. It's telling me it's not a him.
Is it a her? Is it a they? Is it in what does it prefer?
Them, they.
All right. If you want to keep them, tell me right now, and I'll help you.
Or I could tell you I want to keep him right now and I can help myself.
Yeah. What? Yeah. I'm just like. Do you? What? I'm just trying to offer aid with this new thing in your brain.
I think you should take up Izzy's help on that, because...
Aye.
Yeah.
So you're keeping Cull.
I.
All right. Welcome to the family, I guess.
Alright, if that gets one, I get one.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Mine
If
chose
any.
me. I did tell it no. I did try.
A friendly voice in your head is much different than whatever that voice in your head is.
Cull,
Now,
I know you can hear me in there. Are you going to be nice to Tyler?
Thyra, you hear Cole say, "This is the start of a beautiful relationship. So what's ruling like?"
I say that word for word out loud back to Izzy.
At that point, Free kind of steps away and like turns to her like, all right, that was a little freaky, Thyra.
All right, Cole. Are you going to try to become a tyrant of Tyra's people?
Thyra, you hear it say, "Possibly, but I'm just happy here for now."
He's just happy here for now. Sounds a lot like
Here's
Pout
the
Pout.
start.
He was happy too.
Something new.
Oh.
Now,
Oh.
something
Speaking of, the
I,
next time we see Pout Pout, I have a dispel magic for him.
Nah, he's
Oh.
fine. He's more happy that way.
Okay.
He likes it there. It's fine.
So, if I recall correctly, your dad did say that they obviously you're saying they are your siblings and they got your DNA in them, which is why you were able to.
Well, it's why they listen to me as much as they do, yay. Aye.
Is anybody else at least a little concerned about
Oh.
them taking over Thyra and Alakian?
Yes,
Yes,
I
absolutely.
did actually take one. I'm just kidding.
No.
Just joking
Good.
around
Okay.
as I sneak away.
What happens if Thyra gets taken over and accidentally eats somebody? What do we do? Like a live person, not a dead person.
Well, do what you do to me, I guess. Put me to sleep or something.
Right.
That's a risk. What if it takes over and it rages with you? And you just keep killing and keep killing. And
Including
eating.
us.
Including us? What if it goes crazy in your village? It doesn't listen to you like Chaos listens to me. Chaos barely listens to me. And this thing won't listen. This thing has no reason to listen to you.
We'll have to find out, won't we?
Right. Just wondering if your tude will change if you accidentally eat another human
Well,
who's
I mean,
innocent. That's all.
he's even if I rage, we're vulnerable to psychic damage. Either
Sure.
way.
Yeah, I just don't want you to have a big regret of eating an innocent person and that changing you, but if
Yeah,
it's a risk
it's
you're willing
not
to
great.
take, you know.
It's not great.
I've killed a whole village, half a town, before. I know
And
how to
you're-
live with regret.
That means you're okay with killing more innocents, though. You didn't learn from that experience.
And
No, I
eating-
didn't say that. I said I know how to live with regret.
Right, but you would want to put yourself into another situation where you would have regret for killing another human who was innocent.
Well, if it comes to a point that I can't control it or it takes over, then you have my permission to do whatever you need to do to get it out of me. I look directly at Free because I know she can do it.
This actually leads into a different question that I have for each of you.
Me too, or
Yes, all of you.
all right? Oh, right, each of us.
I think I'm close to memorizing the song I need to revive people after a certain amount of time. If you go down, do you want to be brought back? I know Thyra's answer from before.
Let's have a
but-
conversation like this as a group, not with my dad and Madeline. Goodbye. Let's do this later, hey?
All right.
Hey.
Because talking about the parasites to everyone
Your
is
dad's not here.
somehow
Dad's in a
okay,
tent.
but this isn't.
Right?
Your dad's
it's-
in a tent over there.
No, he's
It's
right
fine.
there. I point
No.
at him. He's on the ground.
He is right there.
Yeah. I kind of like gesture to my dad and be like, that's kind of the reason why I want to talk about this later.
At this point, Madeline says, "I need you," and points to Wade, "so that I can finish this.
Yep.
Are you sure you don't want to give that back? Because this is your last chance. I'm about to head off."
Right.
I just doesn't say anything, just stands around.
All right.
Okay, well, if you change your mind, I'll probably take it unless it kills everything in my building, and then I won't. Been good seeing all ya, and
Yeah.
I'll see you back here soon. Call me, Wade. I'll finish up the teleport.
Sounds good.
So, as Wade and Madeline make their way back to the tent, you, Wade, watch as she explains the final parts of the incantation, puts the two parasites in the middle, and then finishes the line up with chalk before the runes alight with this kind of like dull reddish black glow as she smiles at you while standing in the middle of it and says, "See you soon." And she,
Didn't she take Norman with her too? Thought she was
yes,
taking
she
Norman.
will take Norman with her if you tell her to.
Because I thought that's what we had decided that way. That the parasite's
Mhm.
actually something that they'll listen to.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yes.
So
yes,
he
Norman's
will
going.
he will go with her, leaving both Chaos and Cull with your party. And we're going to take our break there because this is a late break. So we'll be back here in 10-15 minutes to continue the story. Go pee and then get food, or the other way around. And then we'll be back here soon. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Up, dude and dudettes.
So, as we all are gathered under this tree, plus one member of your party now, Madeline leaves with Norman. Wade, you watch her go, and then you are free to do whatever you want. So, what are we doing?
How about that makeout session? No, I'm just kidding. It just came back to my, it just came back to my
yeah.
head.
You in the tent
Control she
with
would.
both Brawler Bertie, Isabel's girlfriend, and Rokonoka can have a makeout session.
Awesome.
Kiss my girlfriend, I will eat you and your entire bloodline.
It'll just be Griz making out with his own characters.
Oh, good
Instead of blushing red, Thyra's cheeks turn like an icy white.
So mad at you.
And you do all see, anytime Thyra breathes, there's a faint bit of mist that comes out of the nostrils. And, you know, Free being so close to her, it's different from Isabel. Whereas Isabel's temperature went up, Thyra's is down, as you know.
Huh. Well, if it's ever a really hot day, I know who I'm sitting next to.
About what time is it now, Equa? Roughly.
It's probably like 5 in the evening.
I'm gonna go towards the front of camp before we bed down for the night and try and find a guard over there.
I wanna lean like into Free's ear real quick. Like trying not to get too close, but I had a weird thought.
Oh.
What if
About
we need
what?
we're searching for this fire thing. Ice was its friend. Well, now we have ice and fire.
We've been to Gizeri. We have connections there if we want to explore the fire side. But ice would mean going to Uamora.
You don't want to do that?
I mean, I need to get that contract somehow. But again, we have connections we can follow up with in Gizeri first. But yeah, it seems all very thematic suddenly, doesn't it?
We can go to Rokrovi, have a little bit of a rest, a little bit of a celebration of our own. See what Duel wants. He's in Kasari.
Yeah. If we go to Rokrovi, I'd like to take Shawnee shopping now that I have gold to do so. We kind of just left her with Asmund, and I know Asmund actually makes money while we don't. I still feel responsible.
I got a bit of shopping I'd like to do on my own too.
Yeah, and some spell components or something I'm working on that may help us with our search for information.
I can help however you need. I'll be doing some researching while I'm there. We've got some extra information that we can go on now.
His name is going to help me a lot with this. It's just I also need the spell components, and I think if Wade can really get us to Recrovy after we go to Craddock, that would just be amazing for that. We could get ahead on this.
We could finally, after
Everything's coming together here, at least information-wise. Just gonna
speaking
find
of information, you think maybe tomorrow, once we've all rested up, you could send a message for me?
Of course.
We'll need Izzy there.
All right. As long as we don't run into any trouble on our travel, then my spells are yours.
Thank you.
Of course. Though, I can't decide if we should message the bigot tonight or not. I kind of want to go find his daughter. That's why I was going through the camp, really, to help out and also see if I can get a beeline on her.
I can help you try and find her. I have some pretty good eyes. I'm pretty tall too, so I can see over pretty much everybody here.
You're not wrong.
Also, you should be able to smell now, because sort of established that you get better scent with better sense of smell with parasites.
He doesn't know that.
You'll find out.
Yeah, would you want to tell Bigot his daughter's alive if they can't get the thing out? I mean, but if we can tell him that we found her, but she's ill, I don't know, maybe he could get here in time wherever he is.
I have one spell slot left that I can send a message with.
We should save it until we know what's gonna happen.
All right.
What do you guys want to do with the rest of the day?
I wanted to go to the front of camp to kind of guard.
Easy enough to do. You do so.
I would. Oh, go on. I'll let you do.
Has Master Haresh come back yet?
You see the guard sort of turn around. Don't know. I haven't seen her come through here, but that doesn't mean she's not here. So, I think she said she wanted to go through the reserve.
If she comes back, could you let me know so I can talk with her?
Yeah.
Awesome. Greatly appreciated.
Cool.
Okay. I'm then going to head over to close by the refugee tent area thing, and kind of staying outside a little bit. Want to ritually cast Detect Evil and Good.
Okay. This one, there are so many evil and good spells. It's fucking
Oh, I know.
wild. Okay, sure.
Yep.
So you throw up the spell, and you feel your eyes, your vision start to hone in and become this almost shades of black and white, depriving you of any color that you see. And as you walk through the tent, you do pick up a number of dark black or deep grey pings coming from inside of people's heads. Most of them small, what you would imagine to be a tadpole. And these are the people that are in isolation. They appear to have been detected previously.
Yeah.
But you see them. You see them there.
Okay. Do I see Bigot's daughter there?
As you go through, make a perception check.
That's a 12.
A 12. You get to the end of the tent, and you do see her there. She is sitting sort of on the end, head down. You see the large incision on the very top of her skull, and there is a an aura coming from the inside of her head too.
I'm going to kind of kneel down and take her hand in between two of mine. Be like, do you remember me?
She looks up at you kind of sheepishly and nods.
How you feeling?
Um, you know, tired.
Been a long day. I can
Yeah.
understand that. Um, have they told you why you are here?
They didn't need to. We know why.
So you know. Okay. They told you of the different methods of removing what ails you, or no?
They just said that it would be very difficult and that they get to it, in time. Um, from what they said, I'm more of a priority, I guess. It's been in there longer than most others. So, and actually, look, you do see that the aura inside um, is bigger than the people who've been freshly infected with tadpoles. But it's there.
Yeah. This is a general question for you, DM. So fifth level would be like taking like this level up. So referring to Rokanoka being able to cast Dispel Evil and Good this level after we level up.
If he
Could
took
he
it,
theoretically do that?
sure. If he took it,
As a cleric, you just get everything.
Yeah, because you can change spells on each long rest. That's why I was asking.
right. But I don't know if Rokonoko's going to take it on this long rest or if he's going to change it
Oh,
over
but
or whatever.
I meant like going to talk to him before we do the long rest thing and ask him to do that to kind of help us out. That's more what I was
Rokonoka
wondering.
at this point in time would probably be tapped spells because he's been fighting with.
Well, I mean, like after the long rest, because the
Then
long
yeah,
rest is
yeah.
gonna level up in the morning. Ask him if in the morning he can do this
If
as a kind of
you
favor again.
if you convince him to take it, which would probably not be very hard, then yes, he probably would do that.
Okay.
It makes sense that he would because one, he deals with spirits and stuff, which can be evil or good, but also the fact that they're dealing with this and that it might be a way to cure people. I don't see why he wouldn't take it.
Then there you go.
Okay. All right. Well, still kind of kneeling down, looking at her. We have a friend that might be able to help in the morning with this situation. If he can, what would you like us to tell your father? So we have a means of contacting him if you would like us to.
I don't really know. It's been so long since I last saw him. I think just letting him know that I'm fine, that I'm safe.
Do that. Do you have any plans of going somewhere after here?
I don't really know. I I didn't. I guess I sort of just ran away, me and my boyfriend. Um, we got caught up with some bad folks. He's somewhere else, and then I managed to get away, and I just wound up here. So I guess I'd like to find him, make sure that he's okay.
Okay. Was there any particular reason you ran away? Did your father not approve of a relationship? Or...
No. He did not. My dad's a good dad. He really does try. He's just a bit, old-fashioned and
Overbearing?
yeah.
I get that. Well, for what it's worth, he's very worried about you.
I'm sure. You've traveled around a lot, haven't you?
More than most, I.
Do you know what the cakery is?
I do.
Do you know where they are?
For the most part, yes.
Where is that?
Might I ask why? Why you ask?
I'd just like to know.
They are a very dangerous and very powerful people. I don't want you getting yourself into any more, possibly even worse trouble than you've already encountered here.
Right, of course. I understand.
Does this have something to do with your father?
No.
Do I believe her?
Make an insight check.
Yep, that's a 5.
You believe her.
Well, I'll tell you this much. Whenever we ran into your father, he rescued us from a slavery ring out to the middle of the desert. And the reason he was there in the first place was looking for you. Now, he did not seem like a very worldly person, so whatever that's worth, I believe he was very concerned for your safety.
Thank you. I'm sure I'll see him soon enough.
You have plans, whether I tell you or not, to go out seeking the cakery.
I don't need any more trouble. It's okay.
Like I said, I like to protect as many people as I can. And you seem like you've been through the ringer. So,
Well, I'll be here, I guess.
okay. One final thing before I go. You said that you were looking for your boyfriend, correct? That's what you were planning on doing now? What's his name, so we can keep an ear and an eye out for him as well?
His name's Kieran. If you hear anything about him, let me know.
Does Kieran have a last name?
He wouldn't have mentioned anything about a last name. He'd just be going by Kieran.
Do I recognize the name Kieran?
No. There's no one in particular in your past or anything that you've heard of
Okay.
that would.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll definitely see what we can do to get you some help in the morning, and for sure see what we can do to help you in the long term. But you should get some rest. You deserve it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Of course. Then I'll head out of the tent.
Sure thing. You do that. So, Alakian does that. Everyone else, what you doing?
Finding Birdie.
You find Bertie, you know where she is. She's with Rokanoka and now Colborne.
Hey, Birdie.
Hello. It's good to see that you're, okay.
Yeah, I kind of threw a lot at you earlier.
Yeah, no, about that.
Mm-hmm.
Vaya kind of told me everything already, so I kind of had an inkling anyway. She doesn't.
Oh, of course she did. That bitch. May she rest in peace.
Yeah, I'll miss her.
Well, I almost died today. I had my brain screamed out by a crazy giant brain. It was fun. I'm tired. And I'm going to go to sleep. Would you care to join me?
Yeah, sure. Nothing too physical though. It's been a long day.
No, I can again. My brain was screamed out. I just want to sleep.
Okay, that's good. That's a good
Hey.
starting point. Okay.
All right, let's go. Okanoka, it's good to see you. Keep talking to those weird spirits of yours. Colborne,
You got it.
that's my boy. Colborne, you're military, and frankly, you're right.
Thanks
No
for
problem.
that. So Isabel goes off to sleep. In the night, you guys aren't able to sleep until like later, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Good shit. Everyone else?
Free and Thyra said they were gonna go back to the camp. Where the refugees were, and again, Free's helping out around, and then also keeping an eye out for his daughter, as well as they said earlier.
Sure. You can definitely do that. His daughter is in a different tent.
Yeah.
So probably wouldn't see her in there, but you know where she is, so. Wade, anything else the rest of the day?
Thinking of Via, Wade will take out the talisman, charm, whatever you would call it, the arcane focus that Alakian had given him, and he'll attune to that.
Okay.
And make it his focus.
Finally, you fucking did it. Good job. So you know what that's called, right?
No.
So go ahead and drag into your inventory Shard of the Feywild. You should find it. It is not a homebrew, so it'll be around.
There is something called Feywild Shard. I assume that's it.
That's the one. That'll be it. So, if there's nothing else anyone wants to do for today,
I do want to go talk to Rokanoka real quick.
okay, sure thing. Griz, if you want to take this one, you can.
Oh, sure.
My voice is shot, so go ahead.
Sorry. Did again.
I hate you. Rokanoka, I have a question for you.
Yes.
You are much more versed and experienced in clerical magics than I am. And I was wondering if you knew or had been working on learning Dispel Evil and Good by chance?
Of course. When one deals in spirits and the undead, it is quite a common spell to need.
I can understand that for sure. Do you think in the morning that you could spare a spell slot on somebody important to us to help her with the tadpole that's inside of her head?
No. Nah, just kidding. Yes, I will do this.
I'd greatly appreciate it if you would. Thank you.
Of course.
You're probably just about as tired as I am, so I think I'm gonna go off and get some rest. You should do the same.
Yes, thank you.
Head back.
So, with that, everyone can go ahead and find a bunk for tonight. You can take your rest up.
Sad.
And as you wake up the next morning, the pain from the previous day sort of fading. Your brains might still hurt a little bit, particularly with you, Thyra. And you might have a slight migraine when you wake up. But you do so rested, relieved of injuries, and level 9. So you can go ahead and add your levels ups right now.
Yeah.
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast Goodberry. I'm gonna eat one.
So
This
interesting
is
note.
completely useless, but she has a passive insight of 20 now.
There you go.
Damn!
So as a note, Thyra, when you wake up, and for the first time ever, you hear a voice in the back of your head go, "Hungry."
That's what I expected.
Welcome to my world.
Which you will do so. So, for the purposes of this, now, we are in a week of downtime. Yay. So, what I assume will happen is, at the end of the day, Wade's going to teleport you all to Rokrovi. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. So, what do people want to do today? I know Izzy wanted to visit Craddock.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there anything
I
else
will-
you want to do, or do you want to go with her?
I'll go with her. I want to make sure she's safe.
Yeah, I'll go with her.
I'll go with them after I check on Biggot's daughter and send a message to him.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh
So,
yeah. Before we go, I want to get Izzy and Free together. We go to Craddock.
So I will say, you guys do your stuff first. You go first, Thyra.
No, I'm gonna let Free go talk to Biggest daughter first.
Okay, never mind.
I'm just gonna
so
go
can
with
I-
her.
Can I just say that I'm bringing Gridlock along too? Like we're all gonna meet there,
Sure.
because that was what I was intending to do too. Was go
Yeah.
grab Rokonoka and kind of have him help.
Sure,
I'll
so-
follow along. Just say hi.
As you all walk into the tent, you see, and you guys had a longer rest than he did because he rested earlier in the day than you guys did the previous day. As you walk into the tent, you see him standing there with her already, holding a small, kind of squirming, white, worm-like creature with 4 tiny little tentacles coming out of the mouth of it in his 2 claws. Just sitting there. It appears to have worked.
I'm like,
You've got
go
it
up next
out.
to him, kind of hold sacred flame in my hand, so it's like a radiant fire.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of next to Rokonoka and just be like, believe I have a way that we can dispose of that. So I'm holding fire in my hand.
Brings the hand over, and you hear this high-pitched squeal as the tadpole just burns up from the mouth to the tail.
How's that taken care of?
Would you like us to let your father know where you are?
No, it's okay. If you just like to let him know that I'm safe and I will see him soon.
All right.
Was there anybody we can get in contact for you? Anybody else that might want to know that you're alive?
I feel like I probably would have relayed that to everybody whenever got back together. Kind of relayed my conversation with her.
Oh,
about
that would have
stuff.
had a lot more reactions.
Yeah,
then.
That was the other thing I was wanting to do, but kind of just got
You
skipped
you
over
could have
quickly.
done it's fine. You could have done, and then
Yeah.
I'm trying to progress. Yeah,
Yeah.
you.
I'm aware, but like I said, it was
We
kind of
can't
one of
just
those things.
throw the cakery at
I'm-
him and not expect Free as soon as she finds out
Okay.
to ask more information.
So first thing in the morning, Alakian, you talk to Free and Thyra and the rest of the group. We'll backtrack a little bit. It's fine. It's
Okay.
on me.
All right. So I did go and talk to Bagot's daughter yesterday evening. Bree in particular, I feel like you might be interested in what she had to say.
Oh.
She asked about the cakery. I don't
Oh,
know
boy.
why, because she shut down pretty quickly whenever I pressed further.
Did she have a scar? And Free's not wearing her scarf anymore because it got left behind in Tiamat's place, so it's full exposed, including the acid scar that goes down from her ear to her neck now.
Did I see a scar, Equa?
From what you could see in her basic rags, nope.
Did not see one. And
I have to ask her.
I figured you would. And like I said, I figured that you would like to know for whenever we get there this morning.
You tried to press, but she didn't say anything else. Like, what about the cakery? Was she looking for them, or was she?
She asked what it was. That's all that
Okay.
she asked. When I asked why, she didn't say.
Did you tell
And
her
she
where it
wouldn't
was?
talk more. No, I did not.
Did we even think she knows what the cakery is?
Well, we're
Judging
gonna
from
find out.
the intonation that she asked with, I believe that she probably does. So, I don't know.
Who in the right
She
mind
also-
would go to seek that out?
I guess the same kind of people who would seek out a hag to make a deal.
Or someone looking for revenge.
I feel like
Looking for a
that
friend.
was a personal attack, but I'll take it.
I was more so referring to like people like
Mr.
Mr.
Gaines,
Gaines.
who bought Shawnee.
No, I get it. Just, you know, I may have done that once.
Yeah,
Different.
I remember.
One other point of note, she ran away with her boyfriend. He goes by Kieran.
I'm sorry, what?
His name is Kieran. And that's her boyfriend that she ran away with because her father disapproved of the relationship.
Does anyone else know Kieran?
Thyra,
Never knows a Kieran.
you've got a look of worry and shock all at once.
I mean, that's my dad's name. It's not very common, especially in these parts up here.
Is your dad?
I think we have more than one question to ask her. We should hurry over.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think we do.
That's a lot to go over. Oh my god.
I mean,
Alright.
he's
That's worth all the bullshit.
did he have a last name?
She didn't give me one. She said that that's all he would go by. Would be
that's
Kieran.
not-
How old would your father be? He was a human, right? Or was he a half-orc?
Well, when Free asked about the purple magician, it was said that he was young recently, but he was also young when he knew my mom. So
Well, wizards are,
magic.
wizards, so
Right.
I can make myself look differently. And also, I know what your dad looks like. So I could change
I have
into
a
them.
bad idea.
I have a bad idea too, but I want
I'm
to
gonna
run by
think
it.
the idea to call. Should I
Okay.
have Izzy turn into my dad and walk into that tent? See how she reacts?
I think Izzy was going to do it anyway.
That was my plan too.
You hear Cole say, "If this person is that, I would love to see it."
This is gonna be the beginning of a wonderful relationship.
Yes, it is.
So, if you're going this route, just keep in mind the information you're going for. Figure out why she's going to the cakery, because she'll probably open up to her boyfriend. So just keep that in mind and on task.
Should I walk in as her boyfriend then?
Probably. I think so.
How about we approach her as ourselves and then ask if her boyfriend looks like whatever Isabel turns into?
I'm
Sure.
with Free on this one.
An
Because
idea.
I want to ask her about the cakery before she shuts down on us.
Absolutely. Before that, I'll let you do the talking. I could come in and then we'll talk about the boyfriend. I could say, "Oh, I know the Kirin," and then like I have magic and I'll turn into the Kirin.
I feel like that would be best instead of trying to deceive her.
Yes,
I feel
we don't
like
need to
we're going to have a
lie
much
into
better
We help.
conversation.
So this is I don't like deceiving people either. This is the only reason I say that, because you said that she wouldn't talk more about the cakery, so we already know she's not willing to talk. So I just figured that the way she might open up to this Kieran person if we really wanted the information about the cakery. Otherwise, I don't think we're going to get it, which is
She
fine.
also might have already told him before, and so by him asking again might just be really weird and strange, and will raise more questions than she would have.
So we
answered for.
worded it in a way that makes sense. I mean, Isabel already knows a lot about the cakery. She could just say something like, "Hey, I finally found the location of the cakery," or something like that, and then she'll get all excited and be like, "Hey, oh my
But
god,
what if
that
we're
means
wrong?
this."
What if this Kieran isn't the one we're thinking of, and he's been captured by the cakery? Why would he be here? We don't know the
Bingo.
story.
True. That is true. He could be captured by the cakery.
Why else would she go looking for it?
I don't know. I was thinking, see, in my mind, I was thinking, see, so it's kind of silly because back in KJO we call it catfishing, when you pretend to be somebody you're not.
Hate you.
So I was thinking that this Kieran could be trying to get pretty young women into the cakery by deceiving them that he was their boyfriend. But
That was my
I
thought
could
as
be
well.
wrong.
Again,
Bree does have a point. Maybe it could be a completely different Kieran.
It could be different Kirin. There's a
Right.
lot of options here.
Yeah, no, we don't have to
And-
go with the deceiving plan. It's fine.
the whole idea of it being a one name and nothing else.
Yeah.
The cakery renames the people they purchase and gives them one just to make it easier. You lose your name, you lose yourself. It's another way to break us down.
Right.
That's
few
why
options.
Agatha was calling me Scarlet. They thought it was funny.
I
But
guess we should...
if he had escaped, I don't understand why he would still be using that name. But again, don't know the situation.
Absolutely. Well, let's go talk to this person and hopefully they're not
a little
too.
more open to talking.
Aye.
Yes.
Fast forward. Like, oh my god, you're back in the tent. That's crazy.
Whoa, time skip! What happened?
Can you guys tell that I'm sick and loopy right now? It's crazy. You fast forward to the tent, and you know you guys are talking to her. Broken could just burn the thing.
What's Megan's daughter's name again? Could somebody give it to me? Because I'm fucking.
Brilvia? Brilvia?
Brilvia, yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's so weird because my notes had a different name for her, and I was like, oh, okay.
That is weird. I don't know why that happened. Could be the town. The town that they're from is Biffler.
No, that's not the name I had either. Oh well.
That's weird.
Well, Brilvia, I told you that I'd find you some help. See, it worked.
Yeah, hopefully. My brain feels a little bit more. I don't know.
Less cramped.
Loose.
That's fair. Do we have? Is there some place that's like quieter that we can talk, Equa? Like that's not in the middle of this tent?
Yeah, you could sneak her away if you wanted to.
Brilvia. We've
Yeah.
got some information that I think you might be interested in, but I don't really feel like it would be a good idea to say it here in front of all these other people. So if you wanted to come with us so we can talk a little bit more privately and away from prying ears, that would probably be a good idea.
Yeah, okay.
Go for a walk, get you some fresh air, go stretch your legs out. Get them underneath here again, you know?
Sure.
I'll
She
offer my
is now
hand
allowed to leave because she's without tadpole, so she's good.
Okay. I'll offer my hand to her and
Mhm.
kind of lead her out, and we'll all go and find someplace a little bit quieter.
Sure, you can take her off to the side by a tree or something.
Okay.
I have a question for you. Why are you
Okay.
looking for the bakery?
Make for me either a persuasion or an intimidation check, depending on what you're going for.
She's
I'm-
trying to be nice right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna throw in there too. The reason she asks is because she escaped from it once herself, and so she's trying to keep other people from making the same mistake. It's kind of a way of trying to add advantage to.
Okay. Sure, I will allow the advantage there. Not that you needed it.
I was gonna say she rolled a 4 and still got a 17.
Yeah. This is not a considerably high DC considering you just removed a tadpole from her brain.
Yep.
She turns back to you, Free, and says, I think they have someone that I know. I just didn't know where they were.
Who are you looking for?
It's my boyfriend. His name is Kieran.
He's in the cakery.
I think.
Okay.
I think so.
Hey. In the
Does
cakery.
Free remember a name like that at all? Now that she's thinking about the cakery.
No. Doesn't ring a bell.
In the cakery as a member or a captive?
No, they got him.
Okay.
I think. I don't know. It's difficult because technically he signed it away himself. This person proposed a contract with him for a loan, and he signed it away, and then they, they
Question.
took him.
What does he look like?
He's a halfling. He's young. He's about 20. Well, now he'd be 24. His birthday was about a month ago.
All right. Well, okay.
Some asshole working
Dragon.
their
Yup.
motorcycle outside. Sorry.
Oh my god,
No,
look
what
at that!
Mind flayer said that.
They got a dragon this time.
Fuck
Holy
this.
shit!
Oh, there are mind flayer dragons. Don't make me think about them.
Oh, I know.
Well,
I'm
look.
gonna like vaguely describe what my dad looks like if you were in halfling.
Okay, you describe it, and she in turn describes her boyfriend, who is male, a little bit chubbier, sort of sandy hair, couple freckles, not like your father, not how he was described to you.
That doesn't dissuade Thyra. She's already been told it.
Sure.
How long ago was he taken? Or
I-
signed himself away?
It's been about. Well, we ran away about 7 months ago, so it's probably been about 4 months.
What? Your boyfriend, did he do magic?
No. No, we were just people.
Right.
Second question: how did you end up with the mind flayers, or captured by the mind flayers? What happened there?
Well, we left from Bifla, and we started heading towards Uamora because it's cheaper to live there, and we didn't have much money. And while we were on the way, we crossed over the border, and he made a deal to get some money, and then they took him and didn't tell me where. I didn't know what to do. I was scared, so I came back, and I ended up living on our route when my coin ran out, and that's when they got me.
Okay.
I've been a lot of places.
I am so sorry to bring back such a terrible past tragedy. What, this person that your significant other, made a deal with, what did they look like?
I didn't really get much information. He was a bit of a thicker man, sort of black hair, kind of chubby. I think his name was Gregor or Gregory or something.
Do any of us
Right.
recognize that name?
What, Chem?
You do, Free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about this. I was gonna ask. Oh dear.
Right.
What's wrong, Free? Now you're looking a little. Sure.
I have this note on this, or is this something you added? Oh, I can't remember.
By his silence, I feel like it's something that you have.
Yeah, I'm just going back.
Do you want me to tell you who he is?
Yes, please.
Gregory.
Oh, yeah, no, I know who he is. He's the baker. I got it.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
Mm-hmm. She is just physically shrinking as far back, like as small as she can look in that spot right now.
Wade's gonna go over and put his arm around Free and like rub her opposite shoulder. Arm.
Your father rescued us from something a long time ago, and he's a good man. If we promise to get your boyfriend back, will you agree to meet with your dad?
Yeah, I could meet with him. I don't think that he'll see me eye to eye, though. He doesn't like Kieran. He says that it's stupid and that I'll outlive him and that it's pointless.
All fathers, take this from me, all fathers are kind of assholes.
I can second that.
I think yours is just worried about you. My mother was an elf. My dad is not. I can try to say to him that it's worth it, because I think it was. But I think he's been over through hell and high water for you, or whatever the fuck the saying is.
I can at least meet with him. He deserves that. That's fine. I'm not. We're not, we don't hate each other. We just don't see eye to eye on this.
Sure. We'll contact him, tell him where you are. I can speak to Colborne and make sure he puts you up somewhere for now. He owes us some stuff.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
And if you find him, please tell him where I am.
Absolutely, of course. Bree, do you want to contact Baguette, or should I?
What?
I'm gonna put a hand on her shoulder, like, it's fine. Just, I'm gonna go contact Baguette. All right?
Yeah.
Not only tell about her location, but ask where he is, because there's a chance that we might be able to connect with him and bring her with us if it's not that far or something,
Keep in mind that I have a limited supply of spells, and I'm using one, and I can't respond to him.
Right, just be like, found your daughter in Earnroot. Where are you?
Sure. Yeah, that was my plan.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go off, sit down, cast Sending, and target Baguette. Say, what would I say? Because he knows who it is. At this part of the spell that they know who sends it, so he would know
Yeah.
who I am.
Mhm.
Says, we found your daughter in Earnroot. Where are you? She is safe and sound.
You send out the message, and there is a long pause as it goes before you hear the response, and it does take the better part of a minute. You just hear, "I'm on my way."
Answer the question, you asshole.
Nick, no one's telling me where the fuck they are. First my brother, now this asshole.
He's on his way.
I head back to the tent. Well, fuck me, I don't know where he is, but he's coming here. Fucking punk ass bitch.
Well, I think we should go talk to Colborne to try and get you some place to stay for now. And then we should probably go about the errands that we need to do today, aye?
Aye.
Okay. So easy enough to do. You can set her up with the rest of the refugees whose homes have been destroyed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In this time. Super simple.
Right
So,
up.
okay, so you guys begin making your way around and over to Craddock. Is everyone going with?
I am not.
Sounds. Or not. Ooh.
Actually,
Sorry,
well,
I
it
missed
depends.
what you said.
We're headed to Craddock.
Oh yeah, I'm going.
It actually depends. Before we leave, I want to try and find a guard again. Or actually, no, we're going to Colborne. I'll just ask Colborne if her rest has come back yet.
Okay, Colborne replies to you and said, "No, not yet. She, again, last I heard, she was going to the reserve. Maybe she teleported out, or she's still there. It's hard to see."
I turn to Izzy. Could you send her a message and see where she is?
Madeline?
Paresh.
Fresh? Can you ask again? I have one spell left.
That's fair.
Yeah, talk to Free.
Could you do me a favor? Pretty please.
And what do you want me to say?
Just ask her where she is and if she wants to work or talk with me.
Okay. Free sends her message.
Okay.
Harash, Alakian is looking for you, wondering where you are. Do you want to speak with him?
Okay. The response does come to you and says, I have already made my way back to Ramsund. We will talk in time. I had business to attend to. I am sorry.
She's already left for Hamsman? I don't know how to pronounce it.
You're good. You're
And
good.
she'll talk to you later. She has business to attend to.
Right. Thank you, Free. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I am tagging you along to go to Krennic then.
Well, yo. So, you will make your way over there to the other side of Ernroot, and you can go through or around as matters to you now because, whatever. Is there anywhere that you want to stop on the way?
Are you trying
Yeah, I
to,
want to stop and get. Never mind.
Are you trying to
Um,
hint that I should look for a teleportation circle somewhere in town?
I mean, we
No.
know where one is.
Exactly.
I was going to say, Thyra, you go ahead and stop at the taco stand, seeing it blown over and a small pile of black dust on the inside.
You bitch.
We knew this already.
Okay. I'm gonna gather it up and put it in my lead box.
God damn it.
Oh my god, that's so sad.
Okay. Sure. You gather up a small pile of ash and put it in a box. Sweet.
It's a cute box. It's a nice box.
It's a nice box, yeah, it's got flowers on it. Sure.
It's
I
lead.
do want to try and go by the magic shop again to see if there might be more stuff that I missed now that it's not overrun by mind flayers.
Okay. The rest of you guys going with?
I'd
mean, yeah.
specifically ask Izzy to, if nothing else, considering there was a giant fucking rock in the way last time.
I
Okay,
mean,
so
yeah.
go ahead for me. You did fail last time, so it's gonna be a higher DC. Go ahead and
Almost
make
missed.
an investigation check with advantage if this is helping you to see what you
Yeah,
can find.
absolutely. She's feeling helpful and kind.
Okay. I'm gonna cast guidance on myself at the same time while I'm looking.
Sure.
Okay.
We're all still together.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull out my my gold acorn, and I'm gonna cast summon beast, and this small little bear's gonna appear in Free's arms for her to pet and cuddle.
So 25 was a 21 plus 4. That was at disadvantage. The other one was like a 27, I think. So
Sure. Okay. While I'm finding that, Free, play with your bear.
She's just like, I have a bear cub.
Yeah.
Hi.
Nuzzles are.
Okay, so
Having druids are fun.
So
Mhm.
cute.
Isabel and Lakian, you make your way over to Affluent Affairs, or the remainder of it. And with Isabel's help and her high strength modifier, you begin to clear away some of the rock and rubble to find what is left here in the store. And you do find things. The first thing that you find is a small gem, about this big, in a diamond shape, that is a bright yellow color. That seems a little out of place in the rubble. You do find a number of potions of healing that have just been knocked to the floor or destroyed. There is one regular potion of healing that you can scavenge, I guess. That's fine.
okay.
And
You do find as well one additional spell scroll that neither of you can read,
Damn it.
and one other thing. Since you rolled so fucking high,
I'm sorry.
no, it's good. I put this in here for a reason. You find a small silver ring with a faint blue, sort of like not really like edging on the outside of the ring. And on the front of it, woven into the blue design, is what looks to be the shape of a kite shield on the front.
What is that? What are these?
Ooh.
What is
Sounds
the? Yeah, I think I know what this might be. It'd be cool.
Yeah, Ring of Shield.
Yeah. But
Or Ring
do
of
I
Protection.
recognize what either the ring or the gem might be?
Make an Arcana check for both.
So I'll make two separate ones.
Are you proficient in Arcana?
I am indeed.
So yeah, you'd make two separate ones.
Can the rest of us
First one is
check
a
the scroll?
23. First was a 23,
Mm.
and then the other was a natural 1.
What were you trying to do, Free?
I would say, can the rest of us check the scroll while they're doing that?
Yeah, I'd pass around the scroll
Yeah,
so you can read
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, if you all went with Wade and Thyra,
Yeah.
you can both read it.
What is it?
This is a scroll of absorb elements.
Oh.
Ooh.
Damn.
You, Alakian, are not sure what that ring does.
Okay.
You are unfamiliar with that. The gem, on the other hand, you have heard about from the previous owner of Affluent Affairs. There are different types of summoning gems. There are 4 main ones. This one appears to be a yellow diamond. And what it does is if you crush it, it summons an earth elemental in your aid.
That's pretty fucking sweet.
I think we could probably give that to Free.
I'll pass it over to Free.
Yeah. Just in
I
case.
think she does have a point. I
Yeah.
mean, you're
I
kind
love
of.
you, Free, but you're pretty squishy.
Okay, thank you.
If you get caught by a bunch of things and you need some help, crush it. A big punchy earth thing. It's pretty great.
I would just dimension door, but sure.
Yeah, big punchy earth thing. Can do both.
Leave it behind and go away. That's
Yeah,
the plan.
yeah, exactly. You go that way, it stays put.
Fail.
Take it with you through the dimension door, crush it, and then run away with it.
If it
Hello,
was a
my
large
pet now.
creature, She could. No, it has to be smaller than her. Never mind.
Yeah, same size or smaller.
Same size or smaller.
Damn. Oh well.
Then she'll leave it behind, and then she'll just. Bye.
I hope
Okay.
it's just an IU's done, but. Oh, well.
I will
All
have
right.
that, I guess.
Well, I think I know what I'm gonna do this evening. Or once we get a chance to stop and rest. As he
Right,
pockets the ring.
let's head on to my place of birth then, I guess.
I agree. Let's go.
Oh boy.
So, coming out of the trade district and going past the founders, also going out of the industrial, sort of through and past the founders, and then into the trade, catching up with the Bronze Square, and then going to the east, up towards the mountain range. You can make your way up the long road to Craddock, and in doing so, that is where we're going to end tonight's episode,
Fuck!
because it's 11.
I
So,
wanted
yeah.
to get there. Oh,
You'll
well.
get there next week. I mean, I'm sure there's stuff that you want to do there, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So we will be back here next week to finish our downtime, probably, and do a couple things to have a nice chill session. Maybe you guys will do some shopping. Who knows? You've got money now.
Yeah, definitely gonna shop.
Hell
He
yeah.
already knows what I'm looking for.
Yes,
I know what I'm getting. And those sunglasses from McCrovey. Get some magic ones.
Yeah.
So,
So,
we can all add like that 5,000 gold to our inventories now.
yeah, you each have 3,000 gold
3,000.
to
to spend on yourselves, and then you can do it with other people. So we're gonna end the episode there. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for coming out. We appreciate it. Let's keep making stories together, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye, everybody. I love you.